Scorpio, I got cards already coming through. We have here player, and extra that came out. Playing the field, not looking to settle, seeking options. Dramatic, trying too hard, and a starter. Interesting because Sagittarius' first card was the player. So you could have Sagittarius placements or involved with Sagittarius in some way. Codependency, unhealthy attachment, weighed down here by chained. And then there's good vibes. So chained vibes. Someone's trying to chain your vibes, or you're trying to change someone's vibes, control someone's experience, their intake, and their expansion. Good vibes present in the moment. And then we have heart to heart as a central. Okay, deep conversations, intimate discussions, blunt and honest. So we need to have heart to heart. You know, I'm noticing that you're doing and saying this, which is in supportive of me in my direction. You know, this is like to have the fine line of how we engage with one another, and what it means to engage. This is the comprehension, what it means to engage with someone, what it means to be a friend, what it means to be a family member. You know, what qualifies someone to be a family member? What qualifies someone to be a partner, a business partner, a romantic partner? You know what I'm saying? This is that what qualifies a parent as a parent, and the child as the child even. You know, like the heart to heart is vital here. And then we have lust, because someone is desiring a specific way. They're demanding it more so, a specific way of you or you of another. And it's not ideally. It's not ideal. It's like ideally it cannot work. It's not ideal. Lost. It's like, this is like in the, they lose signal. Someone loses signal because of, you know, their vision, their radar is like a specific. Ghosted, cowardice, and disappearing act. Someone could be non-committal, or say, for example, you're noticing where you're not wanting to like participate or attend as much in a conversation or area or with a person. It's because you're like spiritually, intuitively, you're noticing like there's some intent to control, chained, and this is chained energy here, but this is today, and this is all good vibes here. So this is all codependency, unhealthy attachments, and weighed down. So right next with today and good vibes present in the moment. You know, like I'm noticing someone's trying to have more dominance than they should have, you know, more of a say than they should have. Okay, player, playing around, playing the field, not looking to settle, seeking options. Is that known? Like, I'm single, I'm playing the field, options are optional. Has that been worded? Like, what are we not? You know, someone needs to know that. Dramatic and trying too hard, and starter, because someone's feeling in a role that they believe that they are to you, and vice versa. You're feeling in a role you believe you are to somebody else. So that's miscommunication, that could be misleading. Okay, so to be on the right track, vocalizing your standpoint, your interest, and your direction. It's really that simple. It's 11:31 a.m. for Scorpio. What other for Scorpio? Yeah, it doesn't have to be complex. We have here the Hermit. You have to really see the situation from a higher perspective. You have to be, I want to say considerate, but I want to say sensitive. Like, you have to be sensitive, or, you know, recognize the sensitivity here of this person, their mental intake. It could be even your own, you know, like someone's sensitivity there could go off. 5 of Swords, because they assume they're this or that to you because of whatever this and that you are, whether you're presenting to them, demonstrating to them. Yeah, so that's kind of tricky, especially in the player, because player are going to be a specific way to get what they want or need. You know, a player, usually they will vocalize their intent. Now I feel like someone's not in it as playa fully. Like I feel like there could be two individuals that are playa type, but one individual is not fully in as a playa. Like they could be playa about a situation, but they're not like a player or a playette. They're in it for partnership, but they're also mindful, aware of like the players or the player mentality out there. So it's like even like an individual who wants to convince, or change someone's player ways, and this is how I'm gonna go about changing, Scorpio's player ways, for example, or I'm going to go about changing another person's player ways, if that's Scorpio to another. Do we have here judgment? A player's gonna change their ways if a player chooses to change their ways, but this is like someone trying to convince someone to change their ways. Okay, Knight of Swords, Eight of Cups. And also usually individuals that are playing, they don't find like a true interest in a person or like a project. That's why they're overly playing, because there's no seriousness for them. There's not a strong desire yet when they're in that mode, player, right? Two of Swords, Five of Cups, High Priestess, Knight of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, High Priestess. Yeah, so someone's definitely putting in work to limit someone's growth, expansion, because they feel they're qualified to do that. You or another feel qualified to do that. However, no one's qualified to control someone else's intake, their vibrations, whoever they go and party with, wherever they go and chill. Like no one has the control of that unless someone gives them the control of that, right? The ability, you have the ability, you have the say, but you have a space for say. That's the only time someone would have that. So, okay, Two of Swords, Five of Swords, the Hermit. You really have to see, look at it, the situation, yourself. How are you stepping? How are you, like, what are you giving off? Are you player? Are you, husband, wife? Are you best friend? Like, what are you, Scorpio, to your company? What are you? Who are you? And that's what's being asked of you to look at. We have here the Ace of Cups, because that's gonna really support you, like in this next phase. Is the feel. Six of Swords. And not just you, but like support you with the others. You know what I'm saying? Because now you have the crystal clear of who you are and where you are and how you come in engagement, vice versa. They know how they are to come in and step and engage with you, being that has been worded. It's inner understood. Three of Swords was crossing the Three of Swords, Ten of Cups. Yeah, because people could be like really hurting themselves by lack of communication, lack of honesty, lack of even their own clarity. So if someone doesn't have clarity, they're going to give off that energy when they're engaging with others. But when they like sit down with a notepad and write down like their direction, pros and cons, do's and don'ts, that's going to be supportive. And I always advise that. That's going to be supportive for themselves, but also for others, because they could express that as need be to others, and others have a direction, a point where they could a starting point, a stop point. Like this is like the boundary point. Okay, Ten of Cups. Relationships turn around because individuals are not getting mixed clues, right? Don't give off the mixed clues, or even ensure like you're asking others, because someone could be giving you all like vibrations of mixed clues, mixed signals. Like no, just like ask questions, confirm, like it's really simple. But others tend to want to like assume, put pieces together, like overthink. Like no, you could be playing with your own mind in that case, when all you have to do is ask. It's as simple as that. But all right, Scorpio, that's what I got for you. Thank you. Take care. Peace, be, ciao.